2, 1, and we're in there.
A moment that will be ever remembered. He black. He black. It's amazing. He black. He black. He black. It's amazing. He black. He black.
Hello and good evening, everyone. To all that is listening, we are here on the West Coast, California time. It is about 9 o'clock. This is the Coast to Cultural Podcast. I am your gracious host, Io the Iceberg, and we are going to be getting into the introduction of what this podcast is about tonight. So, to start off, some of the people I have in the building with me, could you introduce yourself, sir?
Okay, I am DeliGod, representing the House of Hayes. If you want to research some of my music, SoundCloud at DeliGod, DeliGod. Same for the Instagram, DeliGod.
Cool. And then my man on the engineering, you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, this is Greg, repping Repaired Nations. Together we are Mighty Radio. Repping the East Bay Permanent Real Estate Cooperative Sustainable Economies Law Center. We out here making moves.
This is something special.
Awesome. And then if Christian on the line, you want to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah, man. This is Crsna Cox. Same name on my social media, SoundCloud, what have you. Repaired Nations, and hey, we here to get it in.
And that's what it is. So we are all working together in effort to bring the cooperative spirit and increase the cooperative spirit in the Bay Area by way of the organization Repaired Nations, which Greg is spearheading. And in light of this, we decided to not only bring that spirit to the Bay Area, but also increase that spirit beyond our borders. And so we are planning a trip to Ghana, to Africa, so that we can build a cooperative bridge between our nation and nations abroad. And this is the first of many. So I'm pretty excited about it. I'm pretty amped about it. This will be my first time traveling out of the country, barring that if I don't do so beforehand. But yeah, this will be my first time. For a lot of us here, this will be our first time. And so this podcast is created to document our experience, document the experience of those involved, and to increase the cooperative spirit amongst our listeners and amongst the people that are near and dear or who may hear us. So with that being said, I want to go around with the panel now and just get your bio pretty much. How'd you hear about this? How'd you get in on this? And what are your thoughts going into this?
How did I hear about this? Well, through the community, being within, the same organizations with Gregory, with you. They say this is the year of return to Ghana. So I would like to check that out. I'm a multimedia artist. I do various other things around the community. And this is just another thing that is going to help build bonds with other nations, with the community that I'm already in. And it'll be cool to share technologies, sharing music, our artistry, our politics, and yeah, I just want to see what this other world is like.
Awesome. And actually, that'll be a part of the question. What do you plan on bringing to the cooperative table when you go out there? So I like that you answered that, you filled that in. So Greg, I know you're the spearhead of this thing here. So What's your mindset going into this? What was the mindset of creating this, and then like what would be some of the things that you'll be bringing to the table when we head out there?
Well, like Deli said, 2019 is the year of return in Ghana, and I found out about that like sometime mid 2018, and knew right away that I had to be in Ghana for this year, at least for a week. And I didn't want to do it alone. I wanted to like make sure that other folks are like also making that trek, and closing some of those like loops, like sticking their feet into the red dirt on the African continent, and like getting to see how beautiful it is, and how much like home it can feel when like I don't know how to describe feeling welcome in a place, and not like people looking at you sideways wondering how you got like wherever it is that you're at, whether it's like in a cafe or just grabbing some pizza. I mean, and my background is like aspiring attorney. I'm waiting for the state bar to finish my background check so I can get licensed, and I just doing like I like doing community organizing, like in small group settings, and this is like a really exciting opportunity to bring people together from the Bay Area and from the East Coast and from the South, bringing all those different types of folks together so that we can share like what drives us and why we're like in this cooperative movement, and then share our resources with folks who are in Ghana and doing the same thing, and being open to receiving the resources that they have to share, and hoping to like come away from it with like more business, more thought partnership, more just flows of ideas and information and products between the Black community here in the US and the African community in Ghana. So I'm really excited for seeing like what this can actually be and how it turns out.
Awesome. Yeah, man, that was beautiful. That really encapsulate what this trip and this movement is about. So thank you for that. And then Crsna, if you're on the line, let us know. How'd you hear about it? What's some of the things that you are going to be bringing, to the cooperative table? And what's your thoughts, man?
So I heard about this trip through the ciphers, let's say. The ciphers, we do little raps and open mics, allow people to speak their mind, and some of the people in the cipher unit were working on this project. So that's how I got in on it. I always try to partner up with folks in the community. When I bring it to the table, clothing line that I'm working on, and what I want to do is apply some of my images to different textiles and styles of clothing. So what I'll be bringing is potential income for someone who has such textiles, or who has like a style that I like, and teaming up with them, or however we do it, just in providing some funding. And what I look forward to is the experience. I really want to not have really any expectations, and admit that I don't know what's on the other side, of the grass or other side of the field, and just be willing to take in, which is hard for me because I like to try to predict things, and I like to believe that I know what I really don't know. And recently it just dawned on me that we're going to be leaving in 4 months, and that's very, very soon. And I've never traveled outside of the States, so like I said, I'm coming there with open arms. I'm coming there with an empty cup, and see what I can fill it up with.
corruption, you steal election, brutality. My brother look at option. That's why
you don't forget where you come from. You don't forget where you come from. Charlie, make you sick, make you chop some. It's been a minute since me and you reason where we laugh some. You the guy that time will be kiddy sana. The chaskeles, pilalos, and the pampanas. Watching us off of that, and we thought we would never grow up. By the fireside, Mama Dokono was so hot, but now it was hotter than Uncle George Lane's. Chechekule, Chechekofisa drove us insane. Charlie, you the guy Italian like they didn't go. With Jamila score, dancing with a flagpole. Better get, you the guy Senegal 92. Ghana then Ivory Coast, they see they keep a use juju. Oh, Charlie, the cell phones from back in the day. When we tell me that I'm once in America, say, well, some things change and some might not. But when they reminisce over you, my God. Oh, I said,
as the weather they hot, so the hunger they knock. They hitting the cups whether they like it or not. That's why
you don't forget where you come from. You don't forget where you come from. Oh, Charlie, look how we all can't grow. Secondary school time, cats don't be small. Me, I go move down where you learn to survive. Gary and shit was the ish that kept us all alive. But where'd you decline the nightclubs for Osu? You shot a fine goal where they bounce you. So you go change your clothes, come back, they let you on. Just to realize you should have stayed your ass at home. Cause the London boys they here, the Yankee guys they there. They land the beast, the mingle, and you were all alone, Charlie. These are the days we were fam, never missed us. From Bouchke to Woodmine to Super Soul Sister. But I gotta say, looking back in the day, nobody shook a cry quite like Acapulco Bay. So some things change and some might not. But when they reminisce over you, my God.
I said, police corruption, you steal election, brutality. My brother look at option. That's why
you don't forget where you come from. You don't forget where you come from.
Freddie Gibbs, I heard the name, but I didn't know. Like, I didn't know how good he was. It was after the photo shoot, after I'd already shook hands with him and met him. I told him this when I seen him again 2 out in LA. It's like, yo, I didn't know. Like, he's really...
And we are back from commercial break. Welcome back to the Coast to Culture podcast. I'm your gracious host, the Iceberg. And so I wanted to get into a discussion, because I know that we all have, our things that we're looking forward to. Do you have any fears going into this? Do you have what are some of the things or some type of reservations that you have, about the trip? What are some fears that you guys have going into this? Del, you want to start that off?
I don't know necessarily about fears. However, figuring out this language barrier, if there is one, when we get out there. Figuring out the culture while I'm out there, because I definitely don't want to disrespect nobody. And figuring out where the bathroom is. And not getting lost, we're navigating new lands and new territories, so that's one of my things that I was thinking about.
I mean, new places to me is always just a little, it's a little bit of butterflies, just meeting new people and being in a totally different environment and understanding that environment, so more of sort of a curiosity. But, it is kind of nerve-wracking, to be in a whole another country, and especially on the mission that we're on, and just being accepted and things like that, and I don't know how people judge, people, so, yeah, that's just some of the things that I'm thinking of, on top of my head. But Greg, I know you've been out there, so you probably have more experience in this field. So, is there anything that you that's like a kind of a fear thing, or just something that's just like I don't know?
My fear is really all of the prep stuff. Like, we have about 18 weeks before the trip right now, and I'm just fearful that I will do a bad job of coordinating the trip, and when folks get there, it'll be like unorganized and like not fun to be on. But I think once we get there, like the food's gonna be great. Like I've been to East Africa and South Africa, but not West Africa or North Africa yet. So I'm really excited to like go to the fabric markets and like barter with folks, try and buy hella like shea butter and fabrics, bring home bulk and start selling them things. Like, I don't know, it's gonna be really fun, and I'm excited to be on the shores of the Atlantic on the African continent. That's gonna be great.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Just make sure you pay your taxes on them imports you talking about, man. You know, gotta make sure
right.
the U.S. get broken off a little bit, man, before them tariffs start coming down on you. You know,
man.
We see that going on with the whole China situation. But yeah, man, that you know that's actually a good perspective to have. You know, I wasn't even thinking about the markets out there. That's that's really good stuff there. You know what I mean? Get the shea butter from the shea land. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? You be ashaing for real.
Ashe, oh.
Man, you come back looking like a shiny copper penny, man. What's going on? You know what I mean? So,
Abraham.
So, Crsna, what's some of the things that you that may be like kind of that may present like some butterflies for you or something, or you know what I mean? What's going on?
You know, one of my major fears of traveling in general is getting called one of the natives and getting caught up in some stuff out there, man. And you know, I don't know. And then I just be thinking about, you know, I hate talking about fear because like I live here in Oakland, and I bet people when they think about Oakland, they probably be like, I hope none of the turf wars jump off. I hope some Crips don't get me. And the reality of being in Oakland is not necessarily that. You know, I haven't seen a lot of that, so I don't want to put that. But it's in my head. You know, like, man, something could jump off. I can get caught up with one of the natives or just anything. So that's what's going on in my mind, getting trapped out there. You know, like, escape from Ghana, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, man, I just started thinking about this stuff, like, this week. That's the crazy part about it. Like, before that, I didn't have any friends. Like, yeah, I'm going. It wasn't no big deal. And then all of a sudden, I started seeing these different shows, watching conspiracy theories, seeing stuff with Americans missing. I'm like, oh, God. So, I don't know, man.
Man, that's real, man. That's real, you know. You know, they say the world's a ghetto. You know, that's a song by War.
The ghetto.
Yeah, man. So you know, situations can pop up anywhere, but you know, hopefully we don't run into that. You know, we know somebody that went to jail out in Africa. That's a whole different story. But as you can see, we're planning big things. Going, you know, here and going, you know, other places. We really want to bring this cooperative spirit to the people. And so, what are you guys' idea of the cooperative spirit? What does a successful co-op look like to you? Delby, you want to start that off?
I'll have to say Mandela's Foods. That looks like a pretty good, successful co-op. They've been in the community for about 10 years now. They just had their anniversary. They just had their pop-up village there too, and it was popping. I literally am friends with people in the community that are in a co-op that, you know, provide food for people. So I like it. You know, it and a lot of people in the community go there, so they do provide for the community. So yeah.
That was awesome. And shameless plug, go visit your local Mandela Cooperative Grocery Store. So that's awesome. So Greg, how about you? What does a successful co-op look like to you?
I'm gonna build off of what Deli was just saying about Mandela Foods and talk about like the future of Mandela Foods and what that looks like. Because here in the Bay Area, we've got Arizmendi Cooperative Association, which was like basically the organization that helped start the Cheese Board, which is a cheese shop and pizza shop in like North Berkeley that have been there since like the 60s or 70s. And basically this like first co-op helped spin off other cooperatives over the years, and now they've created like, I don't know, like 6 or 7 cooperatives across the Bay Area. They've started a construction cooperative and a landscaping cooperative on top of like the incubation nonprofit that they have, like pushing forward all of these initiatives. So I see that in Mandela's future, and that's like success to me, like getting money and then reinvesting it and letting people own their own business.
Okay, that's awesome. I'm really liking these real world examples, you know, and because one of the things the reason why I joined this movement is because I needed to see real world examples, because I'm coming from the traditional, the American traditional mindset, of running companies, things like that. So it's just, when I heard about cooperatives, it was just a whole different thing. Like there's always been elements of that in traditional business, but to have it recognized and to have a whole structure laid out for that is something totally new to me and my frame of reference. So it's good that you guys are providing real world examples for me so that I can understand, because I'm still trying to see, like, okay, I can see it working on a small scale. When it gets large, man, how's that gonna look? So that's good, man. Christian, what's your thoughts, man?
When it comes to co-op, the closest example I know is the same one everyone else knows, is Mandela's. That's one of the only co-ops that I know of, just on a first-hand basis. When I think of a co-op,
let me just like give a quick breakdown on like the co-op movement in general. So in the U.S., there's over 29,000 cooperatives. That accounts for about $500 billion in revenue, $3 trillion in assets. The biggest co-op that like we know of at the moment is this co-op called Mondragon in Spain. That is like a federation of co-ops that has over 80,000 worker owners and 110 co-ops and 147 subsidiaries. They have their own foundation, they have their own bank, they have their own university. Like globally, there are 3 million cooperatives. There's over 2,200 co-ops in Ghana. So like co-ops have been around and like will be around.
Holy cannoli, I did not know that. Learning something new every day. Maybe we can work together as a human society. Maybe it can work.
I can't really use a real world example. I think of like a fictitious entities, such as there's a TV show called It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and they're not necessarily a co-op, but they're like a group of friends who have a job that they do together, but they have adventures that they go on in entrepreneurship where they try to figure out, why can't we sell gas independently? And a lot of every episode they fail, but they stay together and they always somehow get money or enough to keep their business going and stay afloat, and they always are willing to try something new. And so that's not necessarily a good example of a successful company. Again, it's fictitious, but it shows the co-op spirit of staying together and trying new things and figuring out a way to keep it going. So that's where I'm at with it.
Man, that was awesome, Crsna. I really wish I could hear what you just said, but to be honest, I couldn't hear any of it. And that's okay. I didn't want to cut you off. I knew you were talking, But honestly, I didn't hear any of that, and so I apologize. Yeah, man, we're gonna have to take a commercial break so that we can get that sorted out one good time.
Oh yes, so July 27th, 2019. The sun will be in Leo, the moon will be in Gemini, and we will be throwing a masquerade on behalf of the Ghana Trip fundraiser. So come on out, bring your mask. If you don't have a mask, you can build your mask there, but highly recommend you bring a mask. $15 online, $20 at the door, and best believe it's about to go down. It's at the Soul Tree Alchemy on 31st and Martin Luther King, from 8 to 2 a.m. 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. And we got DJs such as Iyala, we got DJ DeliGod, and we got DJ Sunflower. And the host will be Majestic June, curated by DeliGod and sponsored by Repair Nations.
For the sun, remembering the future. I am who I am. You can never change me. Reaching for the sun, remembering the future.
Cause we about to wrap this Godcast up.
Gadio.
Yarramin Godcast.
Yarramin Godcast. Big money.
Did y'all see that crazy lady?
Which one?
The one that was taking poop from her pants and throwing it at the police officers.
What?
Yeah, it was in the news.
Oh.
Did she hit him?
Oh yeah, she hit one.
Well, she did her job.
She did a job. I don't know if that was hers necessarily.
No, it was her. She completed her job. She took it upon herself. She had the Thanos will.
No, I don't think Thanos messed with poop.
I said the will of Thanos. I didn't say he had the will to do that.
She had the will of Mike Myers.
And Mike Myers don't even do that.
Mike Myers probably run, you throw some poop at him. I don't know. I wonder how would Jason or Mike Myers feel if he got pooped on at him.
Well, they always going into the lake or some river and shit, so they'll wash off.
Yeah, but that's different than poop.
They got better things to worry about.
Somebody like Hannibal Lecter would get pissed off.
Going into the old watering hole and getting some poop thrown at you is two different things. Oh, you know, this one guy dared this girl to lick a jellyfish and she did.
Okay, how much did she get?
She got a bunch of medical bills.
Okay, she did win. That's her reward.
You play a stupid game, win stupid prizes. Oh, we're back on? Okay. I'll wait till you give me a thumbs up. It was not there. I was like, all right. So, back from these commercial breaks, folks. As you can see, man, we're going to be doing a lot of big things, man. And we are doing a lot of big things. And so, I want to take this time to ask for your donations to help the nation of Repair Nations so that we can, be the mechanics in your house and repair your mindset to work together with your brother so that he or she may become your lover. You know what I mean? No, I'm just playing, bro. Nah, but seriously, folks, any support that you guys can give to this movement is definitely appreciated and supported. And you can send those donations directly to my Cash App. And I will be grateful. No, actually go to repairednations.org and yeah, man, you'll be able to get linked up with the apps to send your support. We definitely need your support, folks. Nothing's free in life, everything costs, but we can cooperatively work together to cover that. So let's do that. Also, we have a lot of workshops and events coming up. So please go to the website and look out for those things too. Like we have a book club that we use to get people to have the mindset of the co-op. Greg, you want to talk about the book club?
So our book club happens every first Monday and every third Monday. First Monday, you can find us in Richmond at the Contra Costa Youth Services Bureau. We'll be there from 5:30 to 8. The thing starts at 6. Always good food. And third Mondays, you can find us at Acta Non Verba. That's 1001 83rd Avenue in East Oakland. Everything goes to plan. They'll be helping to steward the creation of a cooperative grocery store out in East Oakland, so real happy to be partnering with them. And if you want to attend a workshop, I'd recommend visiting our website. We're finishing up a 3-month series going through everything from how to choose an entity, how to do internal governance, how taxes work, how employment works, how money flows through a cooperative. So check that out. We're going to be doing a all-day workshop with partnering with Village Connect on August 10th. That's a Saturday from 9 to 3. So check out the website, RSVP to that.
Yes, indeed, folks. Check out the website and RSVP. And that, matter of fact, that sounds like we do workshops on the 1st and 15th. It almost sounds like, so when you get your government check, man, you can know what to do with it, man. You can spend that government check cooperatively, right?
All right.
Right. So we working like the government, man. We dispersing information 1st and 15th. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. So that's, please,
A moment that will be
from the top of our hearts, man, get involved, man. Get involved with this movement. Get involved with the community. There's a bunch of festivities going on, man. A bunch of things going on. So get involved. Get involved. You and your mama. So with that being said, we're gonna begin to close it out. If anybody has any words they would like to share on this mic, do so now or forever. Hold your peace. Until the next one. Anybody?
DeliGod, SoundCloud, DeliGod. Just check me out. You might find a low song here or there. You might find something that's cosmic ratchet.
I didn't know this turned into KML, but
KMB double L.
All right. So with that being said, man, I want to thank you guys for listening. I want to thank you guys for being here. I want to thank every one of you for being a part of this. And I want to thank those of you who are going to become a part of this and say welcome. And with that being said, we're going to close this out. This is the Coast to Cultural Podcast. I am your gracious host, Ayo the Iceberg. And y'all stay cool out there, man. Peace.